It is May 23rd, 2019. About just over 5 years since my last open heart surgery. And I don't know, the last couple months, probably a month and a half now, I just haven't felt great. Um, I just been feeling like something's off. And so it's also been like 3 years since I had endocarditis. Um, but really, since then, since like February 2016, my health has been, pretty good. Actually, really good. Um, but yeah, just out of nowhere, it's like I've been getting like these light headaches, um, some weird tightening in the chest, like short of breath, sometimes a little dizzy or lightheaded. And so I went and got like blood cultures done 2 weeks ago, and those came back negative because I thought maybe endocarditis is coming back. And then I got an echo done, yeah, about the same time 2 weeks ago, and it's been, like I said, 5 years since my last surgery, and my first surgery, my valve lasted just 6.5 years. So I know I'm coming up on that same time frame as the first time, and really for the first time in a couple years, I've like really actually started to think about, all right, the third surgery it's coming. If it had anything to do with the first time frame, the same amount of time, then I'm within a year and a half of another one. So that started to kind of imprint my brain as like, all right, I got to start preparing for this again. But yeah, like just recently, I've been feeling pretty strange, and I've kind of been in denial and stopped like really reading, any CHD blogs or anything about like my endocarditis or bicuspid aortic valve. I just kind of avoided it all because I got so tired of just, I don't know, feeling like I was different in any way. I just wanted to feel normal so bad, and I felt like if I just avoided all of it and just didn't even look at it or read anything about it or read other people's stories or hear other people's stories or not answer people's questions, that I could just, I guess, run away from it all. But it just feels like it's running back into my life. So yeah, I got an echo done a couple weeks ago, and they didn't send me a report of measurements, but just a summary and conclusion of what they found. But 2 days after the echo, the cardiologist called me and told me that since my last echo a year ago, there was one number that really concerned him, and it was the amount of blood flow that was flowing through the bicuspid aortic valve, which is currently a bovine valve, that it significantly changed over just that year. And so he wanted to, instead of waiting another year, do an echo in 6 months. And I told him, well, being that it's not my native valve, I have the bioprosthetic valve. Last time when it started to fail, it went bad quickly. From first time I noticed symptoms to when I needed surgery, it was like a month. So it happened really fast. And I let him know that, and he's like, all right, well, let's do it in 4 months, and let's do another checkup in 4 months. But so sure, fine, 4 months. Not that far away. But I've just been feeling strange. I've been feeling off, and I lift weights or I go for a run. I just notice discomfort in my chest, sometimes sharp pain. A lot of it's in like my upper back and shoulder, and I've had some neck tightness, and I thought maybe I hurt my neck, and I went to the chiropractor, but nothing really changed. My energy's been kind of low. Like, I had been running 6, 7, 8, 9 miles at a time, like 4 miles a day, 5 miles a day, feeling completely normal. And I don't feel like I can go out and do that anymore. I don't have that same energy. So that's concerning to me. I don't know, just a lot of things are alarming. The report said that I had mild left and mild right atrial enlargement, mild LVH, which is left ventricular hypertrophy, I don't know. But I know that it just means your heart's working harder, so the left ventricle is getting bigger. And I had some left ventricle mild enlargement. And that's a sign right there that I have, some stenosis and maybe some regurgitation. My heart's working harder and getting thicker. The valve appears trileaflet, thickened and calcified. Not good news. There's mild stenosis, 33 to 17 millimeters Hg increased from last echo, so it went from 17 to 33. I think he said like 2.2 to 3.0 in 1 year. And some superior aortic valve is possibly mildly thicker, more echogenic. The aortic root and proximal arch appear mildly dilated. My left atrium and right atrium are mildly dilated. My mitral valve has mild mitral regurgitation. A trivial to mild tricuspid regurgitation. And then the aortic valve again with some thickening and calcification. It says mild stenosis. I think part of me reading that report and just hearing like all the little things, like even the left atrium and right atrium slightly enlarged, the left ventricle enlarged, regurgitation in the tricuspid valve, mitral valve, like it just kind of brings things back to the forefront of my mind again, that my heart is compromised. Even if it's just a bunch of different little things, it's a compromised heart, and sometimes I forget that or like try to act like that's not the case, but it is. And even though the cardiologist isn't that concerned right now, I haven't been with them for that long. I've kind of moved around, so I've dealt with a lot of different cardiologists who don't have the records that the current one does. So I don't know. I just feel a little nervous about all this, and hopefully it's something else that's bothering me, but it doesn't feel right. And I'm tempted to go to the hospital just to get further testing. I'm afraid of waiting too long and worse things happening. But I also hate going to the hospital. I hate anything related to this heart problem. And part of me just wants to act like nothing's wrong. But something in my head and in my heart is telling me that it's just not right, and it's kind of freaking me out. I think with the endocarditis, I never had that repaired, so that like tumor-like growth that left on the heart was turned into scar tissue, which can calcify a lot quicker than if there was no endocarditis growth that resulted. So I think that could be a big reason why maybe I'm feeling like these stenosis symptoms, and maybe it didn't show that well in the echo, because it's like another wrench in I already know that I've had these things misread so many times, so I just don't trust them anyways. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I'm rambling, but a lot of these thoughts that were inside my head, I just needed to speak aloud, get them out in the universe for whenever I happen to watch this video down the road and see if my thoughts were right or if I was far off. Anyways, peace out.